catch another city tune. The light will flicker like a violet wound. The night was thicker than a smoky field.
Good morning. I've been going on an early-ish morning Sunday run just because I could very easily not do anything on a Sunday. Very easily. But I feel like working out in the morning kind of like sets the tone for the day because I do like to do a reset on Sunday, like get my life together. I feel like there's just like a hair up. Yep, found it. No, that's a spider web. Guys, why are there like cobwebs and like spider webs and spiders, you know, subsequently? Like they're everywhere in Buffalo. One has made a home like up underneath the inside of my side mirror. They're just like everywhere. So I must have like ran into a spider web this morning. But I drove myself to a park. I have a speed run today, and I find that I like doing my speed runs in parks with like a set kind of path or trail, so I don't have to like stop at crosswalks or like worry about like turning around at some point. There's actually a really good amount of parks in Buffalo that are all, you know, reasonable, like either walking or driving distance from our place. I am sporting my new Shocks headphones. They're just, one, they're safer because they're not like covering my ears all the way. Even when I turn the noise canceling feature of my other headphones off, these feel just like a lot safer. And then also like my ears would just get so hot, and I feel like I would sweat more with those on, especially like around my hairline. And I've noticed that I've been breaking out a lot more, which is annoying. And I think that might be one of the reasons why. So I think these are just a better option all around. I still have my other headphones, obviously, there's nothing wrong with them. But for running, I think this is the vibe. Finished my run, and I was gonna go grocery shopping like right after I finished, but then I realized I forgot my reusable bags, which honestly is fine because I came home and showered. It's like I was talking about, I've been sweating more, and so I was just gonna like wash my face and like do my skincare. Then I was like, I might as well just do the whole bit, so I'm just gonna let my hair air dry a little bit. I feel like now would be good a time as any to talk about the future of my YouTube channel, maybe. I was having this thought yesterday, kind of, I don't know, I was feeling weird, and I think it was because I've been feeling kind of weird this week in general, or this past week, because Mike's been gone. He's coming back today, but just like sometimes being alone is like hard after a while. And so I was kind of just like scrolling, like doom scrolling and being super online. And I was thinking about like how I want my content to be perceived. And so I feel like, also I bought a new blush that I'm gonna use. Speaking of being chronically online, I saw someone use this yesterday and I was out and I went and bought it. It's the L'Oreal Lumi liquid blush in a shade, I don't know actually. Oh, Worth It is the shade name. I need better lighting in here. That didn't do much. But I was thinking about how I try to have a certain style with at least my vlogs on YouTube. So I love making vlogs that are like a mix between like a super chill like home video slash a little bit like more artistically driven documentary style type stuff. But then I also am like, hey, I bought this blush, it's cute. If you like it, you should get it, here's the link. So I'm trying to find the intersection between all that. And I was struggling because I know creators to be like super artistic and like that more documentary style and very highly produced and cool. I don't like if you know the style, you know what I'm talking about. And then I know other creators to be like super casual, and other creators to be like super product heavy, just like day in the life vlogs, not really any like thought or like style behind editing, which is fine. But I find it difficult sometimes to not place myself in a box because I want to be, like I said, an intersection of all three. And I'm trying not to just go based off like what seems popular or like what would get the most views or clicks or whatever. See, I cannot multitask. What am I doing? Obviously, like I want to try and be successful and like connect with people and have people engage with me and make a meaningful difference in someone's life, hopefully. But I love watching and I love editing my videos to be kind of like a home video, cool girl chill situation. I don't know if I'm explaining these correctly. I don't know if there is like a correct way to explain them. If you know the vibe, then you know the vibe. And that's really all that I can say. But I feel like a lot of those creators, and again, this is like putting people in boxes, which I don't want to do, but just my perception and like maybe other people's perception is like those types of videos and those types of people are like very like cool girl, hands off, in their head, artistic, like up there kind of people. And I want to be able to like crack a joke in my vlog and not have it be like super serious. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's all making sense like in my head. In my head, these thoughts are super clear to me. And they sound a lot better in my head than when they come out of my mouth. So I want to know what you guys want to see and like what style of vlogs you like. While also, you know, staying true to like what I enjoy doing and what I feel is best. Oh my god, I almost just ripped every single eyelash I have out. Maybe you could care less about the style of my vlogs and you just like me, which is really nice. Thanks. So if you could comment, all of you right now, let's take a breath, let's take a beat. And I want you to comment, like, I know I asked this in my last vlog, but sometimes people don't watch all the way through a 20-minute vlog. Like they have things to do with their lives. I get it. I want you to comment why you're following me. Is it for the content, for the style? You just like the vibe? Some combination of a bunch of different things. If you're my mom and you're watching, which I know you probably are, she's gonna comment like, I just love keeping up with you and like knowing what you're doing. And I don't care how you do it. And maybe that's you too, which is very sweet. But I just kind of want to know what you guys are thinking about my content in a nice way. I mean, if you hate it, maybe just like don't say that. Even if you know me like IRL, just let me know. Or like text me or something. I just kind of want feedback. My love language is words of affirmation. So I just like need people to tell me that I'm doing okay. Or like what I'm doing quote unquote wrong so I can fix it. Yeah. I do like the finish of this blush though. I was using the Rare Beauty blush. Try something else. And then I was using this, the Benetint. But I feel like it sits weird sometimes on my face, on my lips. I love it. But sometimes on my face when I have like too many products on, it sits weird. I'm just gonna let my hair air dry and then, I mean, it takes like hours to air dry if I'm being so honest with you. I have so much hair. So after I'm back from the grocery store and like running errands and stuff, I might hit it with a blow dryer and see what happens. I still need to grab my reusable bags, but this is what we're wearing today. I got this shirt yesterday at a thrift store. I went to like several thrift stores yesterday. I'm still trying to find art for the walls and I keep coming up short. Not that it's inherently like bad art, but I just don't know. I really don't know what I want is the thing. But I did get this shirt And then I'm wearing my garage denim and just black flip-flops. But I also, hold on, let me show you the dress that I got. It's like this beaded black dress and I like it. I don't know if you can tell. I think it hits kind of at an awkward length. It's not like midi, but it's not mini. I would like it to come down a few inches longer to like mid calf, but it's like just below my knees. So it feels kind of an awkward length to me. So I'm gonna see what I can do about hemming it. I know it's gonna be hard because it's beaded. Or I might just like hem the underneath, like the slip part of it, and then it'll be like the mesh long part. I don't know, I'll see what I can do about it. I'll put them in the closet.
Okay.
You thought they were long gone.
Yeah.
They changed the packaging. Okay. Cute. Cute. They used to come in a bunch of these little pouches, but now they're in these boxes. They look like match boxes. Oh, these are cute. I got to the hospital maybe 15 minutes ago. I'm just prepping the patients that I have this morning, or prepping all the patients rather. So yeah, I'm excited because this is my 4th week seeing patients. So I'm starting mainly this week, like follow-ups and stuff, which will be nice because I haven't been like familiar with any of the patients so far. It's been pretty much my first time seeing them. So I'll get repeats this week, which is nice to like start to create good rapport, get to know them a little bit better. Yeah, my first one I still have not met though, but it looked like they had recent imaging done since their last visit here. So I'm gonna review that. It's like 20 till 8 right now. And first appointment is 8 o'clock. And I don't have a 2 o'clock either. Like my last appointment is 1 o'clock. I really want to lay in my bed right now, but I have my scrubs on still and I don't really want to lay in the bed of my scrubs. I had an okay day at work today. It was a little hectic. I had my first new consult today. So I've just been seeing follow-up patients that one of the other like previous residents had been seeing. And I haven't had any new patients, but today I had 2 back to back. And my attending didn't tell me the first one I saw was a new patient. So I was kind of crunched for time. And the next one I saw, I felt really bad, and I forgot how difficult it is, at least for me, to see patients like this. But this person had been having like super chronic pain for like 14 or 15 years after like a combative injury, and they had just been like living with a pretty high level of chronic pain for a long time, and they were like getting emotional talking about how frustrating it is, and they've tried so many different things and nothing has really stuck. And they were young. They weren't even 40 years old yet. So, and like I've definitely had patients like that before. It's hard because they're in a lot of pain usually when you're examining them, because you're kind of, testing the joint, testing the muscle, kind of pushing it to its limit to see kind of what's wrong. And then treatment usually doesn't feel super great because they're sore from me poking and prodding them through the exam, and it's like not going to get better in one visit kind of thing. And this patient lived like an hour away. So it was just hard to, I just forgot how hard it was, especially having them drive an hour to the hospital to see me, who is still training. And like, I know I have to train, and like, I'm sure, like, I know they know that too. But it was just a little bit difficult. I forgot how difficult that was. And I didn't eat lunch. I like ate a little bit of something at like 3 o'clock when I had time, but I'm still really hungry now. But let me show you my new finds. I'm unsure if I did this yesterday. I went thrifting yesterday, and I also got a Facebook marketplace find, which is basically thrifting. Guys, my hair was like kind of cute and like wavy yesterday. Like, you saw it. I don't know what this is. Good morning. I am about to get dressed and then literally head out the door, but I wanted to show you some of the things I got thrifting recently. I tried to do it yesterday, but Mike was watching a baseball game and the audio was quite terrible. So I'm gonna do it now because he left to go to the gym. It's also his birthday today. We don't have any specific plans, but I am gonna give him his birthday gift today. He's been super into cooking and baking, but like more specifically cooking, so I'm going to buy him like a cooking class. We're not like going today, but I'm just gonna like purchase it and like forward him the confirmation email. I know that's like not very like cute, but he's not the kind of person that like needs something wrapped up or anything like that. He doesn't find the joy in that. But I went thrifting. I've been going thrifting. I'm not the best at it, but I'm trying to be. So we have these bookshelves, which if you've been here for like the past like 3 videos, then you know that. But we needed some bookends, so I found these at Goodwill. They're just like, I didn't like how that one looked, so I just turned it this way. I'll probably paint them at some point, but look like that for now. And then I got this little vase. I mean, I could put something in it, but I think it just looks kind of cute as a little bookend right now. I got this guy. This guy's actually from HomeSense. If you know me, you know I'm a pug person. Like, grew up having pugs, all that. So there was only this one, like just one of him at HomeSense. So I just pushed up the other side against the wall. Cute. And then I got this little silver tray at Goodwill just to put keys and like my badge and everything in so I don't forget my badge. I wish it was slightly bigger, but great. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I think it'll do. And then I'm so excited about this. I got a little plant. This is my first plant ever. But I found this, someone was selling it on Facebook Marketplace. There's actually a lot of plants for sale on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't know this, but it is a pothos or something like that. But I just need a little pot to plant her in. But I think she's so cute. Yeah. Hi guys, I haven't vlogged in a couple days actually. Not for any particular reason, just haven't picked up the camera. But I wanted to start a different vlog. We are headed to a wedding today. And I need to start a different vlog. So I'm just gonna kind of wrap this one up. And then if you see me at the start of the next vlog looking the same, I kind of just wanted to finish off the vlog saying that I finished the book that I was reading. Well, let me grab it. Also, the light in here in the morning is so crazy. I love it. But I have been reading this book for a few months actually. It's My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, and I think it was voted, whatever list came out over the last couple of weeks, like a top 100 books of the last decade or century, something like that. You know the one. But it was on that list, and it's definitely a kind of more like classic style literary fiction book in that there's not like this really gripping plot that makes you want to just like keep turning every single page. But I feel Like I really enjoyed it, and I think it's one that I'll probably like read again in my life. And there's actually 3 other books in this series, and I don't find the need or like I don't have a not desire, but like I'm not, you know, dying to read the next one right away. Like I said, the story isn't like definitely ended on a cliffhanger, but the story isn't one that is just like super intense all the time and you need to know what happens next, because it's so like true to life, I feel. So basically the book is about this girl. She's kind of narrating the whole thing, and it's about her life and more kind of specifically her friend that they grow up together in this town in Naples, and it's set in the 1950s or so. But it's like this really poor town in Naples, and it just is like about every stage of their life. So I think that's why it's not like a super gripping plot, because it's just, it feels so like normal in a sense, even though like the way they're describing this girl being like raised and how she grew up and how the people around her are growing up like in a very poor coastal Italian town is like very much not like my life. But the way that she writes about how she views her friends, how she views this one friend in particular, has this like unspoken kind of weird fixation on her, not in like an unhealthy way, but just in a way that I think a lot of like female friendships, like young female friendships form. If I'm like really trying to think back about like friends I had in my life when I was super young, like this weird fixation about like, oh, I wonder what so-and-so's doing. And then this like jealousy almost, but you still like really, really love your friend. You want the best for them, but you would never tell them that you're jealous of them because they're like little like 10-year-old girls. And you just like don't have the language for that yet. But it's so interesting to hear her like talk about it from a 10-year-old's perspective. This is kind of a long book rant that no one asked for. But I feel like everyone is super obsessed with books that like you like need to devour all at once. And like now I'm reading a thriller, so I get it. But this was, at the end I was so refreshed by it because I just took my time with it. It was really great. But the pacing of it is slow because it's over the, you know, it starts when this girl's like really little, like 6 or 7, and it ends when she's around 16. Very introspective, definitely like deeper meaning type of book. I think if you're like a girl, you should read this book because I think the perspective is unique in a sense, because I don't feel like I've read anything quite like this, but also not unique at all because I feel like it's a, you know, kind of general experience of like girlhood, friendships, womanhood. Yeah, it was really unique. But my downstairs neighbor invited me to be a part of their book club. So now I'm reading the book club book, which they read a lot of thrillers. And the last time I read a thriller book, like a psychological thriller, was probably back in quarantine when I read The Last Mrs. Parrish, which was really good. But it's been a minute. I have to get used to a different, you know, pace of book. The same neighbor that invited me to be in her book club, they came over last night, her and her boyfriend, who like they live downstairs. And we had a little game night. It was so fun. I've been so excited, and it wasn't, you know, anything like grand, but I've been so excited to host in a space. I haven't been able to do that in, I feel like, a really, really long time, especially when I was living with my parents. Like obviously it's like not my home. And like when I was living in St. Louis, that house was, I don't know, it was not the house that I wanted to like, not because the house was bad, but I don't know, the vibe of the situation in the house was like not my favorite. So I just didn't really want to have people over. But I was so excited to just like, I made a little meat and cheese board out of very minimal products. But we played this game that I loved growing up. It's called Dutch Blitz. If you play or have played Dutch Blitz in the past, please let me know. Is this dangerous? Maybe a little dangerous. Thank you for watching this vlog. Make sure to follow on Instagram, TikTok, and I will see you guys in my next one. I'll see you in a little bit. Because like I said, I'm starting another vlog right now. Okay, bye.